Welcome to another Tutorial Tuesday. Unfortunately, Natalie had her appendix removed last week, so she's going to be out for a little bit, so I'm taking over for this tutorial this week. And Natalie talked about the basic warm-up and stuff like that in the last tutorial. So in this tutorial, we're going to start moving to the basic movements, and we're going to start off with just the basic precision. So jumping from one place to another and having precise movements with your feet. Alright, so for this tutorial, we're going to be using our good friend Keely. Yeah, she's going to be demonstrating the drills we're going to be doing and then how to do the precision as I talk about how to do it. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we just lay down some tape. The first thing is when you're working on the basic movements, especially with precision, you don't need to be up high or working on rails or anything like that. Just something simple like tape, or even you can even use a rock and scrape out lines. We've done that before. Just something simple so you don't have to worry about the fear and you're concentrating on the movement. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is learn how to do the precision. We need to learn the technique so that we can implement it when we're doing parkour runs. So with her, as you watch, when she goes down for the jump, she's going to be bending her knees and her arms are going to be going back to generate power. This is where the power is going to come in when we explode to go into the jump. And so as she goes into the jump, she can jump, go ahead. Yeah, notice how her arms are going up in coordination with her legs. It's all in a coordinated motion. Yeah, you can go again. Yeah. And then, yeah, see, you want your knees to drive up as well. So when you're doing the basic precision, you want your knees to go up to your chest as you go in the air. And the reason why you do this is because when you're going up to a ledge or a rail, and if you come short and your knees aren't up, you're going to clip and hurt yourself. When if you have your knees up in front of you, you can hit off of it and save yourself. And also you get more height when you pull your knees up. So just keep that in mind. Okay, let's do another one. Nice. And see, on the landing, she's going to be landing on the balls of her feet and then absorbing with all of her joints. So she's going to be landing about right here, and that's where she's going to be aiming on the line. So you want to aim on the line like right here. Ankles first, knees and everything like this are lined. And give another jump. Alright, I want to go into three main problem points that most people have when they're working on precisions, or three bad habits. And the first thing is, when they're doing a precision, they'll have one foot further in front, so like so. And what this does is, one, it doesn't distribute the weight evenly, so you're going to put too much pressure on different joints and get injuries that way. The other thing is, if you're trying to precision on a rail, one foot's going to slip off and you're going to die. So you don't want to do that. Another big problem that I see with a lot of people is their hips will go forward. So they'll push their hips forward, which puts all the pressure of the landing into the knees. And you definitely do not want that. It causes a lot of knee problems. And then the third thing that I see a lot of people do, or one thing you definitely want to avoid, is landing on the heels. So some people will try to initiate the first point of contact with the heels, and what that does is it puts all that absorption and momentum up into your spine and through your body, and where you can't absorb the impact. So that's why you always want to land right about the balls, the foot. Yep, right there. So if you do those things, it's going to help a lot, so keep that in mind. Okay, now that you know how to do the precision and you know the bad habits to avoid, we're going to go into our first drill, and it's going to be something really simple. All we're going to do is set up two lines and then jump from one to the other using that form that we talked about. Now when you set up the lines, you don't want to have them too far. So a good rule of thumb is to jump as far as you can and then just take a big step back. And then that's where you can find out, you know, a good jump to practice on for going back and forth. And so for this drill, all you're going to do, Keely, is you're going to jump from this line and try to precision as best you can on this line, landing on the balls of the feet, and try to land as quiet as you can, like a ninja. Okay? Nice. A little short, but that just comes with practice. And that's why we start at the small level down here, so you don't have to worry about the fear. You're really just focusing on precision, and then just go back. There we go. See, that was really good.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep. And see, we'll just do this. We'll do this 20 to 25 times, and then rest, and then we'll go into the next drill. So we've done the basic precision here and here a few times. Now we're going to move on to something a little more advanced or to work on the precision even more. And that's where we're going to jump from this line to this line, then into another precision to the next line, just so we get used to jumping from one obstacle to the next. And what we're going to do differently is, instead of landing with our hands in front like we do with the regular precision, over here, hands are in front for balance, what we're going to do is we're going to get ready for the next jump. So we're going to jump from here to this line and already have the hands back, getting ready to spring into the next precision. Alright, so I'm going to have you do it, Keely. You're just going to jump from this line to this line, and then stop at that line. There we go. Nice. Come back. There we go. And then make sure to bring your knees up.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh man.
Nice.
I died.
Yep, sure did. Alright. Alright, so that's a basic drill to work on precision to precision. Something that's going to come in really handy as we get into more advanced stuff. Alright, for this last drill, we're going to switch things up a little bit. Same basic precision, except for instead of doing a 2-foot takeoff where we're on both feet, we're going to take off one leg. So it's a slight difference. And so what we're going to do, again, jump from this line and then land on this line. So the main principle behind, or the main things you want to think about when you're doing this, is when you take off, again, you're going to try to land on this line with your takeoff foot, same position. You're going to really drive this knee up, the opposite knee, to get you power and to go up at the same time with your arms. So it's going to be like that, exactly. And then all it is just doing the same thing we did before.
Okay.
So we're laying on that line.
Okay.
So we'll do a few. Yeah.
Yeah, see.
A little short, but that's fine. And you can, do another one. Nice. She's doing a really good job of, you see her when she's taking off and driving this knee up and keeping it up, and then having the other leg match it. So that way she's keeping her momentum going up, and then she's getting ready for the landing, which is really good. Okay, remember, you also want to switch legs every time. So on this one, she'll switch legs and take off on the other foot. Nice. So you landed a little bit on the takeoff. It was a little too far back.
Okay.
And then the landing was a little too much in the arches.
Okay.
So just think about that for this one. There we go. Nice. Cool. And that's why we practice on small things like this. You just want to focus on building those basic movements in a safe environment, so you're not having to worry about falling and killing yourself. Alright, so that completes this tutorial. Make sure to try those out at home. And I want to give a special thanks to Kiwi Monster over here for helping out.
Thank you guys.
Being my subject.
Of course.
And hopefully Natalie will be back for next week's tutorial. We'll see. Make sure to put comments below, tell her to get well soon, stuff like that. And we will see you later.